So we're going to start talking about beliefs. We already talked a little bit about how they affect confidence. Did everybody bring their list in? Did everybody do your homework like I asked you to? Yep. Yeah. Did you bring your list in, Jose? Okay. 20 wax for that. Well, you might want to start writing a list of all the things that you believe about yourself. These are limiting beliefs. Beliefs about yourself, beliefs about dating, and beliefs about women. Limiting ones. Okay? Because we're going to use those. They're very important to have them ready. So we've already talked about how beliefs affect your confidence. So if you have a limiting belief about yourself, whatever that might be, let's just say it's I'm not good enough. Chances are when you go see someone you want to talk to, if that's down at your foundation, you're not going to be that confident to go talk to them. Right? So that's why we really got to start working on some of these beliefs. A lot of beliefs that we have about who we are transparent, meaning similar to, when a fly gets stuck in the house, how annoying is that? And they buzz, and they keep banging up against the window thinking they can get out, but they don't know what window's there. It's like, good. A lot of the deeper beliefs that we have about ourselves are very much like that. It's like, I don't see it, but it's like, boom, what is that? Oh, I keep hitting this thing. I keep getting blocked. I keep, get stuck in this pattern. And so a lot of the beliefs that we have about ourselves down there at the basement of ourselves are very much like that. And Jose's already been doing some belief change work, which is really awesome. And I think, and Donovan has too, and Mark has too. So good. We're going to even do more today. So the root word of belief, I think it's German, and it's Liefde, which means dear. So our beliefs are something we hold very dear to us. They're what we form our life around, even if they're limiting. We protect them, and we hold them like this, like, oh, this is mine. And a lot of times then we actually create our identity around them, like who we are. This is who I am. And we rarely have beliefs that we don't have evidence for. But what happens is our beliefs start long ago and far away. Most of the beliefs that we have about ourselves and the world start before we're 5 years old. We have a belief, and then what happens, remember I was talking about the categories in your brain? The belief makes a big category in your brain. And then all you can do is filter out reality to fit that belief. So our brain generalizes and distorts and deletes information all the time. And it distorts it and deletes it and generalizes it based on our belief systems. Okay? So reality, there's thousands of bits of information happening all the time, and our brain only picks up on certain things, and it'll only pick up on those certain things that we already have a category for. So if you had a belief that, hey, I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, whatever that is, you will go through life and find those ways that that is true. And even if it's not true, you will make it mean that it's true somehow. I had a client I was working with who she had a belief that men would leave her. Men will always leave her. And when I started talking about her relationships in the past, she always left them. But she always felt abandoned. Even though they left, or even though she left them, she would still twist it all around so that they were the ones that left.
Well, they forced her to.
They forced her to. That's right. She had no choice.
Yeah.
She didn't make the first jump.
Yeah.
Well, she had to be abandoned.
What they were going to do
Protecting
anyway.
herself.
Yep, she had to still be abandoned, so she would still do it. So, I think we talked a little bit about this if you guys were at the intro workshop about the belief cycle. And similar to what I was just saying. So we have a belief, and the belief will cause emotions to happen. Emotions never happen on their own. Your brain flashes you very quickly, pictures and auditory all the time to get you to have the emotions. And sometimes we don't even know what it's doing. Also, we know we're just having an emotion. But an emotion never comes without pictures and sounds that your brain's flashing to you. And it's usually flashing to you things from long ago and far away. And what will happen is the environment will trigger something that's associated. And the brain goes, whoa, flashes a whole bunch of pictures of something really traumatic that happened a long time ago, even though you don't know it's flashing it to you. And then you have this emotion. But then we think it's the thing out there that's causing the emotion, but it's not. It's internal. It's internal associative memory. And then you feel the emotions, which will cause a behavior or lack of behavior. And then it doesn't go well, which gives feedback like, see, told you. So for instance, I'll fill it in. Let's say I'm not good enough. Trigger would be, I see a woman that I want to go talk to. That's the trigger. The brain starts flashing all these images from long ago and far away that prove they're not good enough. They start to feel the emotions of what that feels like. The behavior is, forget it. I'm not going to approach them. And then the feedback would be like, see, I'm not good enough. I'm not even good enough to go approach. And that even gets this stronger. Put it in the file of evidence. See, told you. Does that make sense? And it kind of sucks. But the thing is when we're in this class, what we're going to do is we're going to work on two different levels. All this stuff is related. So if you change the beliefs, automatically what happens is the emotions change, the behavior changes, and then the feedback starts to change. Okay? So we're going to work here today, and what we're already going to start working on too is changing behavior. So we're going to be changing it on both ends, right? So the behavior might be faking it till you make it, but that's going to put pressure on the beliefs too, because now you're not behaving the same way. But we're also going to start changing those beliefs, which is going to make the behavior easier. Does that make sense?